So these classes are in your level and it builds your confidence. So when you are ready to take higher levels, you know what to do and you know how Excel, math, and accounting works, and you are more prepared than when you graduate from high school. You don't know like what is gonna be my career.
It might look pretty typical, but this is an iBest classroom. And the iBest program's national reputation for success is born out of the work done by Washington State's community and technical colleges. It's validated by research from the Community College Research Center at Columbia University. That research shows that iBest students are 3 times more likely to earn college credit and 9 times more likely to earn an award. In fact, in Washington State alone, of all the adult basic education degrees earned during the research period, an amazing 83% of them went to iBest students, with 81% hitting the so-called tipping point and moving on to further education to better their chances for higher wage jobs. At its core, iBest provides an accelerated pathway toward higher-level certificates and degrees. The key is dynamic team teaching, where both basic and specialized professional technical skills are taught in an integrated way. There are 6 iBest instructional models. In this video, we'll see the Complementary Supportive Team Teaching Model and the Monitoring Teacher Model. In the Complementary Supportive Team Teaching Model, look for these 3 things. One instructor teaches new material to the content class. Later, in the academic skills class, the basic skills instructor reviews key points, answers questions, modifies the pace, and teaches relevant literacy and numeracy. And finally, the basic skills instructor walks students through completing their projects.
So here we have a blank pivot table. And the important part of the pivot table is the controls over here in the pivot table pane. So Emperatriz, can you click on month right there? And then what happens is the month comes down to the rows, and in our pivot table, we see the months in the rows.
All right, so we want to show the months on our pivot table. Song, what should we click on to show the months? Okay, click on month. Can you click that, Emperatriz? Very nice. So we see our months right here.
So Emperatriz, try this. Click on amount over here in the, yep. And the amount, because that is a number field, there are numbers in there, that goes into the values box. And that comes over here in the pivot table, and we can now see how much money we made in July, and in August, and September, right?
Yen, what if we want to see the amount for each of the months? What would we click on for that? Check mark on the amount right there. Yes. Excellent. And we can see our months and the amounts. Can we see a total for them all? Yes. Yes.
So Emperatriz, one more thing. Click on pool up right there. All right, so when we do that, pool goes down into the rows here as well. And look what happens in our pivot table. Now we have, on the top we have July, and under the month we have each pool. So here we can see Blue Haven Pool in July made this much money, $10,223, right?
And Travis, what if we want to see all of the swimming pools for each of the months? What would we click on for that? Travis, click on pool. Okay, click on the pool. Nice. And we can see the amounts for each of the pools for each month. What if I only want to see the July pools? Can I make the August pools and September pools go away? Okay?
Yes.
How would I do that?
The plus and the minus in the box.
So click on the minus, Emperatriz. Click on the minus next to August.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a really powerful model, and it allows so much more resource for the students to have access to the separate expertise of those 2 teachers, and it gives those teachers double the resources to address the needs of the students.
Now let's see the monitoring teacher model at work. Here, the content instructor teaches up front. The basic skills instructor roams the class to ensure students are keeping pace. And the second instructor will also check understanding by asking clarifying questions.
Okay, so in this project, Project 7G, we are going to be working with Lindsay Johnson, who is the Director of Pools.
We're going to
and
go
Recreation
to
for
here
RC.
so we can look at
And we
the
are going to
e-text.
create and modify a
And
pivot
let's
table
open that
report
here.
and a pivot chart to analyze revenue from the aquatics program. So what does aquatics mean? Water, yes. So it's the swimming pools, right?
We're on page 453.
So let's see. How many files are we going to start with? Two. How many files will we turn in?
We're going to be, it's in here. Okay. So we're going to be on chapter 7. Okay. Good job. That's right.
This one right
Okay.
here.
Good. Thanks. Good.
Right. So this is the Power View. It's one of the business intelligence tools, and it's really cool because
Why don't we bring this hand up and type with 2 hands? Okay.
here,
That's good.
but we also can
Excellent.
start on a map. So, for instance, this one is where our pool supplies are coming from. And in a room like this, the teacher at the front, the students are behind their monitors, right? So, so then the second teacher then is on the student side of the monitors, monitoring whether they're understanding and whether this one is behind. Maybe these 3 students are behind. Maybe these 5 students are behind, and it's like he's sensing a pattern. Oh, maybe the whole class. We need to like, let's stop here.
The 2 iBest team teaching models we just saw aren't the only choices. There are 4 more to explore in this iBest video series, which is brought to you in part by Jobs for the Future and KBTC Public Television. For a deep dive into the details, check out www.sbctc.edu. On the homepage, simply search the term iBest Resources. You'll then be able to request information, review all the models, watch the other videos, and dig deeper into the research that proves iBest works.
If I do it, you can do it, because it's not easy. But if you like to study, if you seem to do something beautiful in your life, you can do it. For sure. If I do it, you can do it.